Here's a rewritten and rephrased version of the article, with a clearer narrative flow, improved readability, and more professional tone. Long-term economic strain could lead to political fallout as economic tensions escalate. Concerns are mounting that the ongoing trade policies could trigger lasting financial hardship for Americans, potentially causing serious political consequences. Joining the conversation are two former members of Congress, Republican Charlie Dent of Pennsylvania and Democrat Donna Edwards of Maryland. Mounting bipartisan concerns over tariffs, Congressman Dent weighed in on the issue, pointing out the surprising shift in stance from traditionally pro-Trump Republicans like Senators Ted Cruz and John Kennedy. "It's telling," Dent noted. "Senator Cruz is absolutely right. If these tariffs remain in effect for too long, they'll have a devastating impact on the U.S. economy, hurting workers, manufacturers, farmers, and ranchers alike." Dent highlighted the internal contradictions within the Trump administration's trade agenda. On one side, President Trump and Peter Navarro appear to embrace tariffs as a revenue source and a means to revive manufacturing. On the other, figures like Secretary Becerra are pushing for tariff reductions and new trade deals. These are conflicting objectives. So the real question is, what does President Trump actually hope to achieve? Dent also pointed out that international trade negotiations are lengthy and complex. There's no clear endgame, and it's uncertain how the administration plans to pull this off. Democratic response and public impact. Congresswoman Edwards emphasized that Democrats are not hoping for a recession but are focused on the real-world impact of current policies. She cited a comment by Senator Kennedy, who acknowledged that Trump owns this economy, adding, "But so do congressional Republicans." For Democrats, Edwards explained, this is about recognizing what families, farmers, retirees, and everyday workers are going through. These communities are being hurt by tariffs that were promised to deliver revenue and jobs but have turned out to be little more than a political mirage. She urged Democrats to focus on telling the stories of those affected rather than using the downturn as political ammunition. Congress pushes back. A bipartisan group in the Senate, including 7 Republicans, is now backing legislation that would restrict the president's power to impose tariffs without congressional consent. Although the White House has threatened a veto, claiming tariffs are central to Trump's economic strategy, Congressman Dent praised the move. "I'd be more concerned about backlash from constituents than from the president," Dent said. Finally, some lawmakers are asserting their Article 1 powers. "We had proposed similar legislation when I was in Congress to prevent the executive branch from unilaterally enacting tariffs under the guise of national security." He endorsed the bill introduced by Senators Grassley and Cantwell, calling it a necessary step for Congress to reassert its constitutional authority and protect American consumers from unchecked tariff hikes. Trade deals and political optic. U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer recently defended the administration's tariff policies, but questions remain about their long-term viability. Edwards was skeptical about the potential political benefits of securing minor trade agreements. "Unless a major breakthrough happens with China, small deals with other countries won't have much impact," she argued. "The average American consumer and worker will still bear the brunt of these tariffs. One-off agreements won't fix the broader economic strain." She also highlighted a concerning trend. The president doesn't seem to be aiming for zero tariffs. Instead, he wants zero plus something, which makes the path forward even more unclear. Let me know if you'd like a version with a different tone, more casual, analytical, or simplified for broader audiences.